Hello guys, welcome back. This is the eighth part of the video, and we have already created a user registration screen. But the problem is that it is accepting duplicate usernames and duplicate emails, as you can see in the database. So in this video, we will sort out this bug that it should not accept duplicate username or emails. So for this, you need to come inside your web server project. So again, come to Sublime or any other text editor that you are using and come inside dboperations.php. So we are creating a user here in this function. Now we will create one more function. Make this function public as we are calling it from outside the class. And now make a private function as this function will be called inside this class only. So I'm making it private and name it is user exist. This function will return either true or false. If the user name and email provided is already exist on the database, then we will return true, and if not, then we will return false. So first again create a statement con prepare, and here we will write an SQL query select id from users is our table name users where we have the cell names that should be unique username and email. So we will write username equals to question mark or, because both should be unique. So if username or email any one matches with the database value, then that means that user is already exist or user needs to change the username or email. So write email as well. Okay, now we need to bind the username and email provided by the user here. So inside the inside this braces we will write username and email. So we will pass username and email as a parameter to this method. Now we will bind the parameters. So write stmt bind underscore param. Now first parameter defines the data type, so we have two strings and then username and email. Now we will execute this. Now we will store the result. Now we will see if the above query, this query will return any value, that means the user is already exist on the database, and if this query doesn't returns any value, that means user does not exist on the database. So we can get it by a property of stmt object which is num underscore rows. Now if num underscore rows, now if this line returns 0, that means user does not exist, but if this line returns some value greater than 0, that means user already exists. So we can write here return stmt num underscore rows is greater than 0. Now it will be evaluated to either true or false depending upon the result we need. So this is it. Now here we will call this function if this is user exists, and we will pass username and email. If user exists, we will not insert the new user to the database. We will only insert the new values if user does not already exist on the database. So this is it. If user already exists, come here and return 1. Okay, or let's say 0. If the user is inserted to the database, return 1, and if some error occurs, return 2. So with the return value we can track what actually happened. So again come inside register user, and here we will write result equals to db, or just copy this. Now inside if we will check if the result is equals to, remove this, if result is equal to 1, 1 means success, is equal to 1, that means user registered successfully. Again, else if result is equal to 2, that means some error has occurred. And else if result is equal to 0, that means user already exists on the database. So right here, please write user already, right? It seems you are already registered. Please choose a different email and username. Okay, so I guess this is okay. Let's try registering again with the same values we registered. Click here, and yes, we are getting the message, it seems you are already registered. So for now our database will not take duplicate values, and delete these values for now, or we can truncate the database as well. Go to operations and empty the table. Okay, now let's try registering again. User is registered successfully, and we have got the values. And if we will again try to register, we will get the message that it seems you are already registered, and you can see it's not taking duplicate values anymore. So that's it for this part of the video, friends. And if you are having any confusions, please leave your comments out there, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.